Good evening, I'm Tom Miller. Right now we know at least 20 people are dead, at least 26 others are hurt. The victims in El Paso ranging from toddlers, just 2 years old, to senior citizens. This remains an active crime scene tonight. Along with the El Paso Police Department, the FBI, ATF, state troopers, and Texas Rangers are helping in this investigation. The Mexican president saying tonight 3 Mexican nationals are among those killed. Another 6 Mexicans are wounded. NBC's Chris Pallone gives us a look at this extensive scene.
On a devastating day in El Paso, Texas Governor Greg Abbott delivered heart-rending confirmation of the community's worst fears.
20 innocent people from El Paso have lost their lives, and more than 24 more are injured.
The carnage happened at a crowded Walmart just miles from the Mexican border when a man walked in and opened fire.
The shots were going do, 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 do. And then he was like, "Is that gunshots?" I said yes. People were running inside saying there was a shooter.
Police say the first 911 calls came in around 10 local time. Panicked shoppers and workers tried to hide or escape once they realized what was going on.
I thought it was just like loud boxes being dropped or something, and until they got closer and closer, and when they went inside, it's when it got louder.
Police say people reported hearing shots in a mall which sits just yards from the Walmart. SWAT teams could be seen searching that shopping center too. Despite initial reports of there being more than one shooter, police say they believe there was just a single gunman and that he is in police custody. Witnesses say he was armed with a rifle. People who survived the attack are still trying to make sense of it.
It's something really shocking to me. I'm pretty shocked. I'm scared.
Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Meantime, Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke is a native of El Paso and represented the city in Congress for 6 years. He learned of today's mass shooting while at a presidential candidate forum in Las Vegas, which is a city that's seen its fair share of violence. Before leaving to head back to El Paso, he spoke to reporters about the shooting and was a bit emotional.
I'm incredibly saddened, and it is very hard to think about this. But I'll tell you, El Paso is the strongest place in the world. This community is going to come together.
The president tweeting today, terrible shootings in El Paso, Texas. Reports are very bad, many killed. Working with state and local authorities and law enforcement, spoke to governor to pledge total support of federal government. God be with you all. Police in some U.S. cities are increasing patrols near shopping centers after today's attack. In New York, the counterterrorism unit says there isn't any known threat to the city, but patrols will be increased all night out of an abundance of caution. Austin police aren't adding any extra officers. However, leaders are telling those on patrol to keep their eyes and ears open and be more aware of their surroundings. Police say the suspect is a young man from North Texas. Here's what we know about him. Investigators say 21-year-old Patrick Crucius walked into the Walmart armed with a rifle before taking so many lives. Police finding a manifesto and now looking into the shooting as a hate crime.
The manifesto narrative is fueled by hate, and it's fueled by racism and bigotry and division. This is someone who came from outside of our community to do us harm. A community that has shown nothing but generosity and kindness to the least among us.
Saturday evening, law enforcement at a house outside Dallas they say is connected to the suspected shooter. Public records indicate Crucius is from this upscale suburb, Allen, Texas. Turned 21 a week ago, and we were not able to find he had any criminal history in Texas with records available to us. Police say Crucius surrendered without incident and is now facing the burning question. What drove him to allegedly take so many lives?
It has a nexus at this point in time to a hate crime. The FBI will be looking into that with the other federal authorities. But right now we're looking at potential capital murder charges for this individual.
In response to all this, El Paso set up reunification centers all over town, and volunteers are there helping victims reconnect with their families.
It's tragic, and I think we have to stay strong for our city. And I think in a situation like this, you just ask yourself, how can I help? What can I do to help? And so the first thing we thought of was like, let's go to the school and let's see what we can do to be there, because it's a time where we all need to come together instead of being, separate.
I want you to pay close attention to this video. This is one of the few bright spots coming out of all of this. People lining up. We're told lines wrapped around these buildings, coming together to help. This is at a blood donation center in El Paso. First responders say there is a critical need. In Austin, people originally from El Paso are gathering to remember those who died in their hometown. KXAN's Gary Cooper is at a vigil at St. Edward's University with folks originally from that town. Gary.
Tom, good evening. The vigil wrapped up maybe about 20-30 minutes ago, and understandably so, everyone here was in disbelief. This should not have happened in their hometown, statistically speaking, the safest city in the United States, but it did. And everyone here shared their memories of Cielo Vista Mall and that particular Walmart. Everyone talked about how strange it is that something that happens way too often in faraway places happened to them in their backyard. They also called for leaders to do something in hopes to prevent this from happening again. But one man we talked to told us now is the time to look and move forward.
As the stories that come through after this is going to be about how well El Paso came together as a community, and how we've always come together. And so this will just the last thing people remember is the strength and the unity and the sense of family that we have as El Pasoans.
Now, if you have time, aside from thoughts and prayers and monetary donations and clothing donations, folks in El Paso could use blood. And you can donate blood here in Austin, and it can get to El Paso. For more information on that, head to our website, KXAN.com. In Austin, Gary Cooper, KXAN News.
Thanks, Gary. And on our website, we have full coverage of this story, and we're going to be posting the latest developments as they come out. It is KXAN.com.